Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long while since I last made a video, a very long while. I did do one of these back in September as like a back to school makeover. So this is intended to be kind of like a Happy New Year start to 2021 makeover. Or at least it intended to be, because I was supposed to make this back at the end of January. A big problem was caused by the fact that I'd ordered some hair extensions from eBay which didn't arrive because of the pandemic and their store being closed and things like that. Another reason that I decided to make this was because in the last couple of videos that I've made, when I've looked back at them, I haven't really felt very confident about my appearance. So I decided to kind of like zhuzh it up and create a on-camera look, persona, whatever. So that's what I'm here to do today. So if you're wondering why I'm looking incredibly pale and greasy, that's why. I'm also turning this into a TikTok. I'm guessing the TikTok's probably going to be a lot more kind of impressive and more stylish than the YouTube video, but I thought I'd make a long form version for those that prefer long form media like I do. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, I think the thing that's getting to me the most at the moment is these roots in my hair. This is kind of like my natural hair colour, but I do tend to get quite greasy roots. The ends are really dry but the roots are really greasy, so I like to just dye them, and kind of I feel like the dye just like dries my hair out a little bit and brightens up the colour, so it doesn't look, when it does start to get greasy, it doesn't look as bad. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be dyeing my hair with this Garnier Nutrice hair dye. I was initially going to kind of film the whole process, and then I'm just going to re-angle this camera. I was going to film the whole process and like speed it up with editing, but I've decided I'm just kind of going to cut in between things, because honestly everything I'm doing is not that revolutionary. You all know how to dye your hair, you all know how box dye works, you all know how kind of makeup and changing clothes works. So I'm not going to film it and kind of speed it up. I'm just going to chop between the different stages of my makeover. One of my intentions of this video is to just show how you can do a pretty impressive makeover that makes you feel a lot better about yourself, but really quickly and kind of cheaply with like little effort but big results. So I'm going to stick this hair dye on now, and I'll probably come back when the hair dye's on my head, because I always think that I look hilarious with hair dye on. So as you can see, there's the hair dye on. It's white, it's very white. One thing I am noticing about it is that it's a lot whiter than the extensions that I've got, that I've waited a month for, and the whole thing that's delayed this video. So I'm either going to have to be really clever with getting the extensions to blend in with the rest of my hair, or I'm just going to have to abandon them altogether and cry, quite frankly, until I eventually can get some hair dye to dye the extensions as well. But it just means that I won't be able to wear them in this video, or they won't look good in this video, which is Debbie Dozy. So that's one part of the thing I'm going to do on camera, is doing my eyebrow dye, because I kind of want to talk through. It's a really easy thing to do, but I kind of want to talk through it as well, because I realised that I dye my eyebrows literally the entire opposite colour from my hair, the rest of my hair. So my hair is going to be as white can be, and my eyebrows are going to be black. And I do this with no delicacy, no organisation or anything. I just kind of whack it on to the natural shape of my eyebrows. I don't pluck my eyebrows, I get them shaped professionally. I just leave them as they are, because I think they're alright. So there we go. That is the entire process of dyeing my eyebrows. I mix the dye in here, which takes all of about 2 seconds, and then I just whap it on my eyebrows in any old slip slap mishmash fashion. And that's it. I look great. I look beautiful. Isn't this just the best makeover you ever did see? So I am out of the shower, and there's a chance that the lighting may have changed since I was last on camera, because it's considerably less sunny now, so I do apologise if that is the case. But as you can see, I have now washed off my hair dye and eyebrow dye. And as you can see as well, the hair is looking quite yellow. Just covering up my nips there. So as you can see, the hair dye is quite yellow. The dye did come with an anti-yellowing conditioner, which as you can see I haven't used, which I've done purposely because if I do, then my hair won't match the extensions that I bought, which have got quite yellowish tinge to them. So my intention is to go back later with this conditioner, obviously get rid of the yellow brassiness and put the conditioner on my extensions as well. I do have some other blue kind of de-yellowing conditioner in the house as well that I can use on my extensions. So at a later date I will go back with this, probably tomorrow, go back with this and de-yellowify my hair, de-yellowify my extensions so that they all match. But for now, for the purpose of this video, because I don't have time to do my extensions, I'm just going to have to leave it as it is, which isn't going to look as bad obviously once it's dry. It's just because it's wet at the moment. While I was in the shower, I also used this, I think it's from Primark, Tea Tree Body Scrub, which I really like because it's nice and refreshing. And something which I hadn't intended to use because I was going to obviously use the conditioner that came with the hair dye. But then when I decided not to, I used this Avon Avocado Replenishing Moisture Hair Mask. And I wasn't going to show this on camera because obviously I had no intention of using it, but I just feel like I need to because it is the best hair mask I have ever used. Obviously my hair, after putting the dye on, was like super, super dry, as it always is. And putting this on just made like a huge difference. I couldn't believe how moisturising it is. And it was about £1, like no word of a lie, it was about £1 from Avon. So I'm absolutely chuffed with it. And it's a massive tub, as you can see. It's, how many mils? 400 mils, and it was like £1 and best hair mask I've ever used. So I just had to get a little promo of that in there. So now what I'm going to do is apply a face mask. I don't normally do this before, I don't normally apply face masks before I put makeup on because I don't see the point. I like to put a face mask on, wash it off, and then let the kind of my skin do its healing rather than putting kind of makeup on top of really clean skin. However, for the purpose of this video, I wanted to use a face mask, so I'm going to. So the one I've got is the Cup of Coffee face mask from LUSH. As you can see, it's all covered in glitter because it's been with all my other LUSH products that I got for Christmas. So I'm going to use that. I've never used it before, so we'll get the kind of first impressions, little snippet of that as well. I'm back now with the face mask on, which doesn't look particularly appetizing on your face, but it smells absolutely incredible. I'm going to go downstairs just now and let Alan have a little sniff because he loves coffee and I think he'll like the smell of my face. I've spent so much time making my little section for my TikTok that I'm making that it's basically practically dry now. I don't even know how long I'm supposed to have it on for. It doesn't say. So I'm just going to leave this on for another 5 minutes or something, long enough to let Alan enjoy the smell, and then I'm going to wash that off and then get done with my makeup. So that is my skin post face mask. I feel like I've only just gotten this spot since using that face mask. I'm going to have to go back through the footage and check the facts. I seem to have developed a spot since using that face mask. It could also have been the 2 pounds of pizza that I ate last night, but it could just be that it's been brought to the surface because of the exfoliating kind of side of the mask. But my skin feels incredible afterwards. It's so fresh and so awakened and I love it. So what I'm going to do now is use my simple refreshing toner, which I like to do after I've taken kind of like another product off, and my Nivea 24-hour moisturiser day cream to prepare myself for makeup. My skincare routine is like so basic. Without that face mask, normally all I would do is wash my face with a Nivea face wash, simple toner, Nivea moisturiser. That's it. That's my skincare routine because most of the time I don't really have any skin problems, so it's fine. Just gonna stop the girls from escaping. So that is my face, nicely toned and moisturised and looking dewy. I'm going to apply my makeup now. I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll show you what products I use simply because I'm going to make a whole nother video about that for YouTube and TikTok. But my makeup routine, the reason I'm going to be making it is because my makeup routine is like the cheapest, easiest, quickest makeup routine known to mankind, but it does make a difference. Obviously for my face, it brightens and frames my face a little bit, but it's super cheap and easy. So as I say, I'm going to make a whole nother video for that, about that for people that care. So that's my makeup very, very quickly applied. So I'm now just going to dry my hair, add my hair extensions and see how I look after that. So there we go, there's my hair extensions applied. I'm not gonna lie, because I've done this for the sake of being on camera, I've managed to cheat quite a bit to get them to look like halfway decent, by putting the majority of them in the front so that the front kind of looks somewhat thick, and then plaiting the front where you could clearly see like a chunk of short hair in front of the long hair. I've just kind of plaited it back to try and get it to blend in, and then just clipped this side up normally, so that the chunks of bob that I left are just kind of clipped out of the way, and all you can see is mostly extension, mostly long hair. Obviously I know these don't look particularly real at this point in time. What I am going to do, like I mentioned before, I'm going to eventually put the blue shampoo on them to tone the yellow down, and do the same with my real hair as well, so it all blends in together. And once they've been kind of washed and dried, they tend to frizz up a little bit or thicken up a little bit so that they blend in with the hair a little bit more. And also I might get another pack as well so that I can add some to the back of my head, because thankfully, since I'm on camera, you can't see the back of my head, but she don't look good. You might catch a glimpse of it in the mirror there and you'll see that it's just lovely long flowing locks at the front and then just bob at the back. It don't look good. So I am going to need another packet of extensions. I am going to have to do some care and reorganising of them to get them to look a little bit more natural. Obviously they're never going to look completely natural because I went from having hair from here to hair down to there, so obviously it's fake, but you know, it's nice. For the intention is to kind of wear these to make my YouTube videos, that I can give myself like a little bit of a new look and feel a bit more confident on camera, because as I say, my old videos I was watching, I just didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel good about the way I looked, and I'm just trying to do like silly little things to boost my confidence a little bit. So the more I can get these to look real and natural on camera, the better. So this is the finalised look. My little floral dress on. I was originally going to wear a kind of more long length bodycon dress, but unfortunately I've got a really severe 2nd degree burn on my knee at the minute, which I managed to do ironing the other day because I'm an idiot. I managed to burn my knee really badly ironing, so I couldn't face putting the kind of tight bodycon dress on that would rub against my knee. So I've put on some nice kind of soft, loose, stretchy leggings and this nice flowy dress, which I don't know, kind of pull off, kind of works. And that's it, that's the makeover done. It took me all of about, I think in total probably took me about an hour and a half altogether. The longest part was putting the extensions in and trying to get them to blend. Dyeing my hair only took about like 10 minutes, I think, no, probably more, about like 15 minutes I left the dye on for, because it started to go really bright really quickly and I was like, I need to wash this off. So that didn't take very long. Obviously my makeup only takes about 5 minutes. So yeah, this is the final look. I feel like I should have entitled this video turning myself into 17-year-old me, because this is basically what I look like when I was 17. But yeah, it's okay. I probably won't look like this all the time, but it's a nice little game of dress up to kind of amuse myself, and also for a new look for my YouTube videos like I mentioned earlier. So if you do watch this video and you do like it, obviously like the video, share with people for some bizarre reason if you want to, comment underneath, tell me what you think of the makeover, tell me whether you liked it or if you liked me just in my pajamas before, if you thought it was a much better look, and also subscribe and all of that nonsense. Thank you, and hopefully see you next time if I can motivate myself and get better at making videos. Bye!